Ding ding! Hello everybody on YouTube. Cameraman, all the answers, all the cures. Let me talk about this. Okay, so I had no diabetes until this sort of thing happened to my sugar bowls where the filth built up and I thought nothing of it. I used to drink lots of cordial and lots of Coca-Cola like religiously until I discovered that rotten teeth happen because of too much sugar consumption, and that goes into your chest, or the germs fall into your chest, and that's what causes the diabetes, is all the germs getting into your gut more quicker. So over-refined or over-cut up sugars, they're no good because they're like sandpaper and diamonds and glass. But this, it's a grittier sugar, more solid. It's called raw sugar, but it's actually just most of the good nutrients are still in it. So good nutrients. Don't have too much sugar, okay? One thing you can have is cinnamon, and cinnamon goes in and kills the germs that are in the pancreas. Here's a second, absolutely the cure for diabetes. You get your sugar bowl, and once a week you wash it until it's scrupulously clean with hot soapy water, and then you dry it with a tea towel, and you try to keep all the germs off it that you can. Make sure the water is real hot. 80 degrees plus will kill germs. Stem germs that get in your body, you leave it, you reach in here how many times, and I have this filthy habit where I use my hands in the sugar and I sprinkle it into my things. That's a filthy habit and it builds germs, and those germs get into your pancreas. They eat their way into you. They get in your teeth, then they sneak down your chest and into your gut. Before you know it, they're sneaking into your pancreas. So there's this stuff called coriander. You can get it in a herbal container. It comes kind of dried and kind of green. It's good for winter, but the truth is you need to get the raw, live version. One of the main cures for curing diabetes is to cook your vegetables to kill the germs. But mainly the secret thing is raw vegetables. Eat as much as you can. But in the winter, the opposite, you have to boil the germs out. So here we have crappy second-hand rubbish thrown away seconds. Now rich people, they don't cook up the seconds because the reason is that the germs and the degrading, rotting is on it. So it started fermenting. But one thing people don't think about is that fermenting is actually what the stomach does with vegetables. They get in there, the acids do a little bit of the work, but it actually has to rot down a bit. Break down into nanomolecules, real tiny, and then they can absorb into us. And they call that ormus. I think that could be another language food for fine. The word means fine. So it's fine foods. Fine as in gone tiny like salt. When you have salt, make sure you get the iodized kind. Iodine, you put it on sores and it closes up sores, cuts and things. Another thing that's good for diabetes is ginseng root. If you have a heart condition, still have it if you want, just learn to manage your patience and your temperament. Vanadium is another thing. It's a metal you can buy and you put it on a positive electrode inside floating in water. So have some water, salt water, have a positive electrode, stick the metal on it, peg it onto it, submerge only the metal, and then put the other negative electrode in the solution, and you'll see that the metal will break down in the solution. And it's that metal water. Don't put the copper wire around the water or you'll get copper nano in there. Oh look, we're having a fire. under the elements. So one thing that puts out fires is salt. It turns into carbon dioxide, and that's what they have in fire extinguishers, which puts out fires. Alright, so there's a bit of a teach you thing. What's so good about sugar drinks? Nothing much. Vitamin C, what's in it? So if you look, there's a lot of vitamin C, but it's only micrograms. So what about sodium? Well, that's salt. So it's 17 micrograms. And what about carbohydrates? So those are like solids, parts of the fruit. Well, that's very little. It's let me see, really little. I'll show you a secret, okay, about your heart. Check out the white ring of my nail. Do you see? Hello, the colour's gone wrong. Do you see how I have a white ring but then a very dark purple ring around my nail on the inside? So I'm pointing with my finger, and at the tip of my finger, this finger that I'm pointing with, points to the white ring. Okay, it's too close or too much reflectivity. See that dark purpleness? That means a weak heart. So if I have too much sugar, what's really happening? Causing heart condition, heart strain, because it dries your blood. The water can't run through like a cooling river. And people tend to just cry everything, cook everything, but no one knows that vitamins get destroyed in heat. So why did I cold cook them? I want to cook the dirty germs off because these are old, going old, and from the food bank. So I'm going to gradually bring the heat up. But the thing is, real chefs know that you should boil the water first and blanch them by immersing them quickly in the hot water, in the boiling water, and that will kill the germs right away. So doing it this way, you get soggy cabbage. So I just did it this way. You can do it cold heat up or hot heat up. Either way, it's your choice. But if you have good quality already, you want to keep that green, light greenness. I mean the dark greenness. The darker green it is, better it is for diabetes. Okay. Why? I forget why. But I know that it's said all over the internet. That's the truth about it. So there's these antioxidant things, and they're very present in dark green. So you can get this coriander thing, this is what it looks like. You can get it raw, it's better for you, and your blood sugar goes down literally leveled. And that means back to normal, 6. The normal is 6. And your blood sugar tested should be on 6. It shouldn't be on 200 or you're nearly going to die. So don't dry out your blood. Drink water. If you can't boil water, if you can't get clean water, one trick is you get a pot lid, you put it on an angle, and you get a induction heater underneath, induction heat of element, which is a faster cooker with a lower amount of power, and you let the steam hit the lid, and it runs downhill and drops into another dish. Now if you can find a bigger lid and do the same thing, what's going to happen here? Okay, excuse me, go there. The steam is majority of it's going to run down the lid. So if you can put something under it and prop it up just a little bit, prop it off this lid here, off the side of that pot. So one thing I saw was a guy did this. They stuck a couple of bits of water under it to hold it up, and it dropped down into the other containment, which is just a storage containment. And my mother's nuts. See my frying pan? It's black as, eh? She says that it's too burnt, too damaged. But if you want a good frying pan, you've got to be able to bring it up to temper. And the idea is that if you clean it good in hot water and soap, and cut out all the slime and grime and germs, and it's brand new again and spick and span clean. Bring it out to the heat, bang salt all around in it, and burn that to bring it up to just burning and up to the temperature that you want to be able to achieve in your cooking dish. And if you have a cooking dish that you really want to brown it and caramelize it, you need a pan that's not a sissy and cold and weak, but one that's hard and hot. When that's real strong, you can bang in a steak with some oil under it first. Bring that oil up to a nice hot temperature. Say olive oil can reach 200 degrees Celsius, so it can tolerate without burning, without smoking out the place. So you get the right kind of oils, and then you can bring it up to heat because the pan's good at the heat. And that's the chef's secret. You prove the pan, it's called, and putting a lid on the pot saves electricity for people who are flatting, because it holds in the heat instead of escaping out into the environment, and you use twice as much heating. So that's a little tip. And when you cook, don't cold cook from start. Not if you're going to put eggs down, because the cold thing will just slug up to the thing and you're stuck there. And will bring up the heat and be grounded there like concrete. But if you think of it like a baby's bum, bring that to scalding hot, and you put the baby's bum down, put the baby on his bum on the burning hot oil, well, he's going to jump off. So it's the same for the eggs that you cook. If you bring up the pan to the heat, put on the butter and then bring it up to nut brown, and it brings it up to a good heat. Then you put a fish down and it'll be crispy and crunchy and yummy. And it'll try to stay off, so it won't really stick to it. Not only give it a move now and then, but mainly cold cooking is shit and makes it all soggy and all mucky and glumpy. And it sticks to the bottom and it never does anything but go soggy and split up and make a mess. It's a little chef tip there. Anyway, I've got to shut up and talk to you later. If you like hearing my tips, like or subscribe. I'll do one more tip. Here is friction cloth. Now, if you rub it enough, like the magicians do, to produce enough heat, friction, it'll literally become clean again. Okay, so there you go. Oh, and don't put gold on your element, because it'll stick bond to it, since gold needs a higher temperature, 1200 degrees, 1200 degrees to melt it. Notice the gold stuck to it now, so if I use this element, bang! It reaches electric conductivity, and its superconductivity is very high. You can still see gold on it. It's all stuck to it. Well, I better get off of this. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe again like I said before. And good luck in the kitchen.